Our next guest we bring on the show is NASCAR Xfinity driver Parker Retzlaff. Parker drives the number 4 Chevy entry for Alpha Prime Racing. 2025 is his first season with Alpha Prime and his third full-time at the Xfinity level. Parker's crew chief is Joe Williams. Here's what Parker had to say. Thank you so much for joining the show again, Parker. Last time we were talking to you was at Daytona after the practice. A lot has happened since then. Before we dive deep into Rockingham and Texas, how has been the change so far this year going to Alpha Prime Racing?
Yeah, the change has been it's been something I needed, and it's been a good change overall. Just kind of it's a little bit hard to just start with a new team and try and build and figure out what everyone needs to be at their best potential. So we're getting there, and I feel like every week we're building something stronger, and I feel like we're getting better every week.
Awesome. I appreciate you touching on that. The start of this year was a little rocky for you. After the COTA qualifying, you get a P11 finish in Phoenix. Then a few weeks later, P12 in Martinsville. Several weeks later, you qualify second in Rockingham, get some stage points, being second after the first stage. Once the inspections, you end up coming out with a P2 finish. First, how was the repave of Rockingham, and what did that finish mean to you?
Yeah, I think the repave of Rockingham was a lot of fun. It widened out a lot more than I was expecting, and it made the racing very good. But overall, it was just a great car that whole day, and I feel like we ran, top 5 to top 7 all day, and I felt it meant a lot to me to finish second there since it was the first time going back, and I know that was kind of one that everyone had circled when we were going back there. So it hurt a little bit to qualify 1,000th off the pole, but to start second and finish second was a great day overall.
Gotcha. Seemed like you guys unloaded with a lot of speed with that car right off the bat.
Yeah, we definitely, from the test, we took the same car to Rockingham as we did at the test, and we just we worked on it from the test to know what we needed to do differently, and everyone just made good changes on it to make sure that we showed up better than we were at the test.
Awesome. I appreciate you going over that. This past weekend, you were in Texas. You started 34th with the qualifying getting rained out. You finished stage 1 in the 23rd spot. What did the first stage tell you about your car, and how are you feeling for the next 2 stages?
Yeah, I think just not having any practice, not having to qualify any of that, it makes it a little bit harder for us. But I feel like we were, a top 15 car and just needed a few more changes to go in the right direction. But overall, just a good car again, and just got to keep working forward.
Gotcha. You end up in Texas with a P14 finish, which is your 4th top 15 of the year. How do you feel leaving Texas?
Yeah, I feel good. I think it's just building blocks for something to try and, do something bigger at the end of the year, or try and, get back to that top 5 and even a win before the end of the year.
Gotcha. Xfinity season, as you know, can be demanding. You have a couple weekends off before Charlotte. Any plans for the break? And do you think you'll have momentum after that top 15 at Texas?
Yeah, I think that was the goal going into Texas, was to have a little bit of momentum for the 2 off weeks. And, I think everyone's going to keep working for the next 2 weeks. And then, we'll go to Charlotte and our home race and try and have a good day there too. But I got no plans other than I'm going to go to Stafford next weekend and watch my girlfriend race. But other than that, I'm not going to do anything.
Gotcha. Neither are and are. I totally get it.
You and your teammate Brennan Poole have each had top 5 finishes this season. What does it say on what you're developing and building at Alpha Prime?
Yeah, it's been great to, get that with the team, with my second place and Brennan getting 4th at Rockingham, and then his I think he finished 4th at Martinsville too. So just overall getting 3 top 10 or 3 top 5s this year as a company has been I think an improvement, and I think it's made everyone very happy, and just got to keep working in that direction.
Gotcha. Last question. Easy answers for this one. Just are a win and making the playoffs. But what are your goals for the rest of this season?
Yeah, I think the goal is to win, and I think that would be a very good goal for me, is to win. But I think overall just stay consistent the rest of the year and try and make top 20 in points and have a good end of the year.
Okay, awesome. No, I appreciate you touching on that, and really appreciate your time. And thanks so much on hopping on the show, and hope to have you on the show before the end of the season.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Parker.
Bye.